boys and girls, welcome to London. It's July, that's what I'm going to share with you. A little of life here in town this month. It's July the 1st, so I thought I'd start here at Trafalgar Square in front of the Canadian High Commission. It's July the 1st is Canada Day in Canada. So all the Canadian flags here on the Canadian High Commission, Canadian Embassy. Trafalgar Square is shut for a classical concert. It's happening this evening, a free concert, so maybe I'll come back and check that out later this evening. First of all, I'm going to head to arguably one of London's grandest shopping streets, Regent Street, which throughout July is closed each Sunday as part of an event called Summer Streets. The street's closed, or the main shopping section of the street's closed. They have a different event each week, performers, music, and different shops hold different pop-ups. So we're going to check out what's happening this week. Regent Street actually starts just down here in front of where once stood a royal palace, home of the Prince Regent, the street's namesake, and it runs all the way from down here at Mall up via Piccadilly Circus, through Oxford Circus, all the way to Regent Park. But I think today, just the section between, I'm presuming just the section between Piccadilly Circus and Oxford Circus will be shut to traffic. So let's head up there, take a look at today's event. I think when most people think of Regent Street, they think of the section between Piccadilly Circus and Oxford Circus, the main shopping part of the street, but it actually starts just up here. Historically there was a royal palace here, which was eventually demolished to make way for Buckingham Palace, which is today the primary London residence of the monarch. So yeah, the street starts just up here and runs all the way from what was once a royal palace, home of the Prince Regent, up to Regent's Park. Just head up to the main shopping bit, check out the event today. Welcome to London's Piccadilly Circus, home of the famous Piccadilly Circus. Well, I was going to say lights, but screen. And we'll start the main shopping section of Regent Street. It's been closed to traffic today for Summer Street. here. Serving street food today. The smell of food cooking is phenomenal. Okay, I've walked pretty much the length of this section of Regent Street from Piccadilly Circus. Oxford Circus is just here. So there's a band just about to start playing in this Airstream trailer behind me. So I'm going to go and get a coffee, some phenomenal coffee shops just off Regent Street in the Carnaby Street area. I'm going to get a coffee and enjoy some of the bands. I'll see you guys a little later in the month. Okay, for those of you wondering where I was getting the coffee from, just got a filter coffee from the Department of Coffee and Social Affairs there. Lowndes Court, I think the street is, which is just off Carnaby Street here behind me, which in turn is just off Regent Street, which is down here. So yeah, super close to Regent Street itself, amazing coffee. There's also another good coffee shop at the other end of Carnaby Street called Grind, Soho Grind I think that one is. I'll check out some more of the entertainment. Okay guys, tonight I'm in London's Trafalgar Square to watch the Royal Symphony Orchestra for free play an open air concert here in the heart of London, in Trafalgar Square.
Welcome to BMW Classics. My name is Paul Wisman, I'm your presenter, and I'm delighted to introduce you to the amazing London Symphony Orchestra and the music director Sir Simon Rattle. Thank you all so much for joining us, not just here in London's Trafalgar Square, but also a huge welcome to our friends around the world watching the live stream on YouTube. Now this evening we celebrate the music of dance and the ballet, and what better way to set the scene than with Dvorak's symphonic dance.
This evening's live concert. It's a beautiful evening here in London, beautiful summer's evening, perfect for a live concert. I'm going to check out the rest of the evening's entertainment. See you guys a little later in the month. Welcome back to London. Right now I'm in Westminster and today is going to be a fabulous day here in town. It's sunny and warm. London's actually having a proper summer this year. The World Cup's on today and England are playing and we're not completely rubbish at football for once. And this afternoon is London's annual Pride Parade and that's what I'm going to share with you right here in London. There's been a Pride event here in London since the 1970s and there are Pride events in cities all over the world. Here in London it's a month of events held both by and for London's and I guess Britain's gay community. What do I mean by gay community? The initialisation seems to get longer as time goes on. Originally it was the gay community, but that was felt not inclusive enough, so it became the LGB community, the lesbian, gay or bisexual community. But not everyone identified as an LG or a B, so a T was added. Agree whether the T is transgender or transsexual. So in theory it's LGBTT. But that wasn't inclusive enough, so a plus was added for everyone else. But that should have cleared it up, but most recently I've noticed a Q's been added. And again, people can't agree whether the Q is questioning or queer. So in theory it's politically correct term is LGBTQQ+. I hope that cleared it up. Okay, let's go and check out the highlights of this year's parade.
to say, you should hear it. Oh, I'm happy to make time for your feelings, but you have to admit I already do. Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced. And I'm gonna tell ya, don't hate me 'cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. No, oh, oh, oh. And I ain't never gonna stop. Come on. Listen to me. I've tried so many times to tell you this is as good as I can be. Why isn't it enough to be faithful and also be the hit of the party? Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced. And I'm gonna tell you, don't hate me 'cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Never gonna stop. No, 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 no. Yeah, 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 yeah. I ain't never gonna stop. No, no. Oh, I ain't never gonna stop. I ain't never gonna stop now, baby. Never gonna stop now, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, no, no, no. I ain't never gonna stop now, baby. Woo-hoo. Never gonna stop now, baby.
Okay, I've walked most of the main stretch of the Pride Parade route from the stage in Trafalgar Square to Oxford Circus, to here in Oxford Circus. Now, when Pride began, it was a protest, protesting for equality, and in every respect it still is. It still follows the route of any large protest here in London. However, today it's developed into, can only be described as a celebration, a huge street party, and the parade itself is amazing, but what really makes it is the crowd. Everyone's here for a good time. But the protest element is still important. Sadly, we live in a world where people are often far more concerned with animal rights than human rights. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of the parade. Feels like the party's just getting started, and I'll see you guys a little later in the month. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to South East London. Welcome to Herne Hill. Just across the road from Herne Hill Station here is Brockwell Park. And each summer there's a huge community festival in the park, the Lambeth Country Fair. We'll go and check out this year's show. Let's go. Okay, Brockwell Park, which one entrance is just here by Herne Hill, is a huge park. Stretches all the way from here in Herne Hill over towards Brixton. Now, I was born, grew up, and have lived in this corner of London, southeast of London, my whole life. So it's an area I'm very familiar with, an area I've always called home, so I'm very familiar with Brockwell Park. And each summer there's this amazing event, a free community festival, and there are some big changes to it this year, so a lot of people are concerned, so I want to come check out for myself how the changes will affect it. I've been coming here for years with friends, my family, and my friends now, they're older, bring their own families. It's a big crowd. It's increased security this year, so get in the queue, get into the park.
Out of respect for Amy Winehouse, we love her music. Here we go. You should be stronger than me.
Okay, welcome to the Lambeth Country Show. Now all I need to do is find my family, my friends somewhere in here. It's a huge park. All the security here is new. You used to just be able to walk straight into the park, and up until this year you could bring whatever you liked in, but there are restrictions now. Can't bring your own alcohol, and the fun fair's either gone or been greatly reduced. Let's go and check out the highlights of this year's show. Okay, found my sister, my little niece, and my nephew about to watch a sheep get sheared.
I'm okay. I always have to comfort you every day.
There's an incredible amount of cheating going on here. Appears to be a lot of hole-in-ones for the little girl keeping score. Are you ready?
I have no idea where these kids get their spirit of cricket and fair play from. Obviously, when I make up the scores, it's not cheating, it's movie magic. And movie magic requires teamwork.
Only one.
Nice one.
Mini crazy golf, it's good fun. Kids loved it. Kids who were keeping score, funny enough, won convincingly. There's a lot of cheating going on. Queue for cider and beer, or the lines, the queues are phenomenally long. Can't bring alcohol in this year for the first year.
I feel like somehow I invited you though.
Jerk chicken and plantain from Mama's Jerk.
Everybody.
Okay, got some plantain, one plantain. Jerk chicken from Mama's Jerk, and we're a little way back from the main stage, just far enough back to check the little kiddies' ears. How's the plantain? Little Thomas is enjoying the plantain. I'm going to dig into the chicken. Let's try the jerk chicken. Try the plantain. Really good. Okay. Some coconut water. Serving mocktails there, and alcoholic drinks in the bar there. Okay, my sister's just taking the kids home.
The party's right here in Brockwell Park, Brixton.
They've had a great day, they're worn out, I'm going to head into the main stage area, see if I can find some of my friends.
Live and direct. the park, brought to you by Lambeth Council.
Okay, found a couple of my mates, just getting some food, some jerk chicken from chicken stall behind me. Check out what the food's like from this stall. hope you enjoyed this little visit to southeast London, to Brockwell Park and to the Lambeth Country Show. It's been an amazing day. Looks set to be a phenomenal evening here in the park. It's my turn to go to the bar, then I'm going to head back and watch the rest of the acts and bands. So I'll see you guys next time. Toodles.